I used to think big life changes came from big decisions, like you reach a moment, make a choice, and everything changes. But this one didn't happen like that. It took years of small conversations, small chances, and things slowly aligning before anything actually changed. I want to take you back to about 3 years ago, to May 2023. At the time, I was working at my first big Chinese tech company. I was based in the Bay Area in California, but I was working as a contractor. If you had told me back then that one day I'll be working in Beijing, I wouldn't have believed you. Not because I didn't want it. The truth is, there just wasn't a path. Even though I worked closely with colleagues in China, our team was focused on the overseas markets. Everything we did was about growing the business outside of China. So while I collaborated with folks in China almost every day, there wasn't really a business reason for someone in my role to move there. But something started changing during that time. The more I worked with colleagues in China, the more curious I became about what it would be like to work there. I would go to Shenzhen for a work trip, experience a little bit of the culture, and then fly back home. But for the first time, I started wondering, what would it be like to actually live here? What would it be like if this wasn't just a place I visited? In May 2024, I joined my current company, which is also big tech based in China. This is where things started to change. What surprised me was how differently the company operated. At the previous job, location mattered. At this one, it mattered a lot less. Whether someone was based in the US, Singapore, London, Beijing, or somewhere else, the work was still global. As a TPM, a technical program manager, I work closely with teams in China every day. And for the first time, I could actually see a path. Not a guarantee, but a possibility. And sometimes that's all a dream needs to become real. About a year after I joined the company, I brought it up to my manager. I told her that if there is a chance, I would love to have the opportunity to work in China. The answer was no, which made sense. It wasn't personal. Relocating someone across the world involves a lot of moving pieces. HR, headcounts, business justifications, logistics. There was a lot behind the scenes that I couldn't see. But the interesting thing is, I didn't stop thinking about it. I didn't launch some grand plan. I didn't create a 5-year strategy, but I just kept bringing it up whenever it felt appropriate. I kept the conversation alive. A few months later, I brought it up again. At this time, my manager said, "Let's talk to your skip manager." Looking back, that conversation was probably one of the most important moments in this entire story. Because suddenly, the conversation changed from, "Can this happen?" to, "How could this happen?" From there, things slowly started falling into place. Not overnight, not because one person said yes, but because enough things aligned at the same time. The business need, the opportunity, the timing, the people involved. And eventually, I found myself packing my bags and moving to Beijing. A dream that had started as a passing thought 3 years earlier has somehow become my reality. In retrospective, I don't think the biggest lesson is about moving to China. I think it's realizing that some of the most important changes in our lives don't come from one big decision.
They come from staying close to an idea long enough for the right opportunity to find it. And sometimes what feels impossible today is really just waiting for the conditions to catch up. If you're in a season where you're working towards something that hasn't happened yet, or maybe you're trying to figure out what the next chapter of your life looks like, I hope this story reminds you that progress isn't always obvious when you're living through it. And if stories like this resonate with you, I would love to have you follow along on my journey as I navigate life, work, and living in Beijing. So consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate a like. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.